Good day, everybody. Today I am going to be talking about Star Wars Electronic Battleship Advanced Mission. This game is for 1 to 2 players. Came out in 2003 and it's for ages 8 to adult. Now, most of you, I'm sure, know how to play Battleship. This game has been around for ages. Basically, you're just trying to shoot and destroy your opponent's fleet of ships. Well, this is pretty much how it's going to work here, but it's electronic and it's got some pretty cool options on here. The advanced mission has about 4 or 5 different weapons that each side can use, as opposed to just shooting one and missing and then hitting and then the other side going. So I'm going to go ahead and explain to you how this game works, and it's a pretty fun one to pick up, especially if you are a Star Wars fan. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of give you some of the components of this game and just kind of show you how this game works. The first thing you're going to notice is that I've got 5 ships over here, and this is the Rebel side, and on the other side is the Imperial side. And I'm going to go ahead and just tell you about the ships. These ships have, you have like the Jedi Starfighter over here, you have your regular X-Wing, you have the Naboo Starfighter, the Millennium Falcon, and then you have the, what is it called? The Star Cruiser. This is the Star Cruiser. And when you get to the other side here, I've just got these guys set up here. You're going to have the Star Destroyer. You're going to have Slaver. I think that's it. You're going to have the Sith Infiltrator, the TIE Interceptor, which I believe is that, and then the Droid Starfighter, which I believe is that. I might have these wrong, but anyway, those are definitely the fighters. Alright, so anyway, the objective of the game is to destroy the other person's ships, and the way you're going to do that is you're going to be calling out coordinates on here, and if those coordinates match one of the ships over there, you're going to score a hit. And each ship has a certain number of hits that will kill it. For example, this one takes 5 hits, this one takes 4 hits, this one takes 2 hits, and these two take 3 hits. Now, the advanced version of the game, each ship has a weapon that it can use, and most of these weapons you can use twice. The big one here you can only use once. I'm not exactly sure which ship has which weapon, but anyway, it'll tell you. Anyway, what you'll see here is you're going to see the weapon name, and then the grid has these red marks X'd out. What this means is that if you fire one of these weapons, it's going to cover this much of the zone. So for example, if I were to shoot a concussion missile, it would cover 9 spaces here on the grid. So what you're going to have is you'll have an ion cannon, and you can choose one of these 2 setups here, whether you want to go checker mark or if you want to go perpendicular to fire. You have the concussion missile, you'll have the laser cannon, which basically will go 3 this way or 3 vertically. You'll have the proton torpedo, which basically is going to cover an entire column. So say you can use column 5, it'll cover all of column 5, or it will cover a letter, say column E. The long-range scanner will basically scan a section of the grid looking for ships. It's not going to shoot them, but it's going to let you know whether it locates a ship in there. You're just not going to know exactly where it is until you fire something. The laser cannon is going to, according to what I read in the instructions, if you hit a ship with this, it's going to destroy the ship no matter what it is. I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and turn this thing on.
Command center activated. Input number of players.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and input the number of players. I'm going to do 1-player game here.
1 player. Mission selected. Player choose side.
Choose side. I'm going to choose this side.
Republic side selected. Input skill level.
I'm going to choose skill level 3. There's 3 different ones. 3 is the hardest.
Skill level 3 selected. Communication established. Input game option.
Game option, there's 4 different options you can play. This is classic, 1 is classic. 2 will allow you to shoot with all 5 ships one time during a turn. The third one will allow you to keep firing if you score a hit, and you'll stop firing once you miss. And then the 4th one is the advanced mission, which allows you to use this weaponry. So I'm going to choose 4.
Advanced mission selected. Republic side commander. Enter Starfleet configuration.
Now there's 2 configurations you can do. There's a manual configuration and the auto configuration. The manual configuration, basically you're going to place your ships wherever you want, and then you're going to input the coordinates using this keypad right here. If you decide to go with the auto configuration, there's a bunch of these here in the instructions. You're going to just enter in a letter and a number, such as this, and then you're going to place your ships in these coordinates right here. So I'm going to go ahead and choose manual.
Custom configuration selected. Star Cruiser reporting. Enter coordinates. Jedi. Starfighter reporting. Enter coordinates.
Jedi is this guy, so I'll go A1 and B1.
The Force will be with you. Imperial side commander. Enter Starfleet configuration. Auto configuration selected. Enter coordinates.
Alright, he's already entered his stuff, so.
Awaiting orders from Republic side commander.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start the game. I'm going to choose the concussion missile to shoot first. And I'm going to go ahead and basically you're just going to, so whatever coordinate you select is going to be the center. So if I were to choose, say, H4, the center would be H4, and it'll cover this range right here. So let's go ahead and say concussion missile. I'll hit this button.
Millennium Falcon reporting. Commander. Concussion missiles armed. Enter target coordinates.
Alright, let's do, let's see, I'll do E7, or not E7, I'm sorry, F7, that sounds good. Here we go, fire.
Targets confirmed. Fire when ready. Systems confirmed. Miss at Endor. 6. Systems confirmed. Miss at Endor. 7. Systems confirmed. Miss at Endor. 8. Systems confirmed. Miss at Force. 6. Systems confirmed. Miss at Force. 7. Systems confirmed. Miss at Force. 8. Systems confirmed. Miss at Geonosis. 6. Systems confirmed. Miss at Geonosis. 7. Systems confirmed. Miss at Geonosis. 8. Awaiting orders from Imperial side commander.
Well, that was good for the self-esteem. I completely missed with that weapon. Anyway,
Systems confirmed.
so yeah, opposition's turn,
Awaiting orders from Republic side commander.
and he missed. So, let's see, I'm just getting out these pegs. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the ion cannon right here. So I'm going to select ion cannon.
Star Cruiser reporting. Commander. Ion cannon armed. Enter firing pattern.
I can choose between this one or this one, so I'll choose that one.
Firing pattern 1 selected. Enter target coordinates.
Oh, let's try F12, see what happens there. I'll hit enter.
Target locked on. Fire when ready.
Got a hit.
Systems confirmed. Miss at Endor. 11. Systems confirmed. Hit at Endor. 13. Systems confirmed. Miss at Force. 12. Systems confirmed. Miss at Geonosis. 11. Systems confirmed. Hit at Geonosis. 13. Awaiting orders from Imperial side commander.
Alright. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do a scan here, which would be this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit scan here. And then I'll hit scan. Where is it? This is long range scanner.
Jedi. Starfighter reporting. Commander. Long range scanner active. Enter scan coordinates.
Let's do G3. I'm going to put a blue peg right in the middle here. And then I'll go ahead and hit G3. G3, enter. Oh wait, sorry. Scan.
Scan detects enemy vessel. Precise location unknown. Awaiting orders from Imperial side commander.
Okay, so there's somebody in here. I'm just going to mark that I scanned this area here. So this is kind of how this game works. You're just going to go back and forth and back and forth. You'll have these weapons as long as the ship that carries the weapon isn't been destroyed, because if it has, then that weapon will no longer be available. But anyway, this is a pretty cool little game, and if you're a Star Wars fan, I definitely recommend picking up. It's a pretty cool little piece of nostalgic hardware.